you know, and I got a special guest with you today, my brother. Main event. This is what we do in our spare time. So I'm like, hey, let's put it on YouTube. So we about to come on here, give y'all our honest opinion. Let y'all see main event.
What's going on, y'all, man? Happy to be here on Sports Talking on 313. Ready to get it in for y'all. Talk our little, little knowledge that we got about basketball.
All right, right now I want to talk about honestly. I want to talk about who's going to win the divisions in each conference. And right now we got the what division we got right here? We got the Atlantic division. We got Toronto, Boston, Philly, New York, and Boston. Not Boston. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. In my honest opinion, just looking at it right now, I'm going Boston all day.
Yeah, Boston the best team in this division right now. Adding Kawhi to Toronto gonna make them a better. I don't know how much better, but it's gonna be better. You know what I'm saying? But you really don't know what Kawhi you're getting back to though right now. Is he going to be better than DeRozan? Is he not going to be better than DeRozan? How is his team going to team up will be with Kyle Lowry? You know what I'm saying? Because Kyle Lowry and DeRozan was like brothers. So to split them up and to add Kawhi there, how is the chemistry going to be between the two?
I think the chemistry going to be horrible. Just in my opinion. It's going to be horrible.
Horrible at the beginning?
It's going to be horrible all season because Kawhi do not want to be there. He do not want to be there. Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan was supposed to be the two guys that was supposed to be on Toronto for the long haul to try to get them to that finals that they never been to, with LeBron being in the West now.
Okay.
So you got to think he coming here. He don't want to be here. Everybody said he might go to L.A., Brooklyn. Who knows where he might go? And so, in my honest opinion, they ain't doing nothing. Second round at best. But my team is going to be Boston because the young guys.
Second round for Toronto is like, that's the same thing they did last year. It's not an improvement. I think at best you want to say then it's the Eastern Conference Finals.
I can't say Eastern Conference Finals because Kawhi is good. But can he uplift you past a Boston or a Philly in the second round?
But that team in Toronto, you got to think, though, also had the number one bench last year. So you ain't lose no player that can really affect that bench. So adding Kawhi, you still, if Kawhi, adding him and not being able to run into that guy, that kryptonite no more, should at least prepare them to the Eastern Conference Finals. But I still think they're a little bit better than Philly, if you ask me right now today.
I can't say that for the simple fact that bench that you said was so good last year. Yeah. What did they do in playoffs?
They ran into that guy. They
got swept.
They ran into that guy.
They got swept. They didn't do shit. So when all the chips fall and it's time to grind and get W's, that bench ain't do nothing. They was a regular season bench, and everybody knows that. That's why I have no faith in Toronto at all. It's either between Philly, Boston, and maybe Philly and Boston that division. It's Philly and Boston that division.
Philly bench let them down in the playoffs too against Boston. With Boston without their two stars, they should not have won that series in 5. When Philly was the favorite coming into the series.
Philly young, man.
Philly's young, and that's Philly still. They ain't got that much older in one more year. And now Boston are adding their 2 stars back. I still don't see Philly. Like I said, I don't think they're better than Toronto. And to be better than Toronto, that's the only way I can see them getting to at least the Eastern Conference Finals, possibly Finals. But even if they get to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's no way they beating Boston. Because they couldn't do it without their 2 stars. I don't see them doing it with them 2 stars. And then now it's basically saying, is Philly better than Toronto just in that division? And I can't say they is. I can't say that right now. On paper, I can't say that he is, and especially when they lost some shooting that they had from last year, losing Ilyasova, and you get JJ Redick back, but you lost Ilyasova. You hoping Markelle Fultz take that next step in that that progression to be at best you're still your backup point guard, and this is your number 1 overall pick. He's going to be the backup point guard because Ben Simmons is the point guard.
Honestly, I think the only way Philly gonna win is Ben Simmons gotta hit jump shots.
That's it.
Markelle Fultz has to play at a decent level. And you're gonna think I sound crazy, but Embiid got to step his game up another level or two.
He got to be on MVP status now.
He has to be 25, 15, three
Yeah,
blocks.
MVP status.
That's what. If they don't do that, they're a second round team because
He don't
Boston
have
got too much firepower.
That's not really saying about Boston. We both saying Boston
we
is
both
the
saying
number
Boston.
one team.
So who's that
It's
second
the
team?
second team. It's about being the second team. You trying to tell me that's three big flaws already that you trying to tell me for that Philly has, and you trying to, what's the flaws for Toronto then?
The flaws for Toronto is they don't have a two guard. They got rid of their two guard to get a small forward. Now who is their small forward? Who's their two guard?
Who the two guard is gonna replace DeRozan?
I think it may be Danny Green.
It's Danny Green to start off. To start,
Danny Green ain't been consistent in about 3 years, so you don't know what you're gonna get from Danny
no,
every night. So
you don't.
you don't
But
know.
Danny said he was hurt last year. So let's see what happened with Danny. Like I said, that's Kawhi's best friend. Well, that's his man's at least. So let's see what happened with teaming up with them, putting them next to Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is the biggest point factor of anything, if you want to say, for Toronto. How would he work being the general for the team now? And really the leader of the team. He's supposed to be him. He's the older statesman for that team now. He's the man with the contract on that team. So the team's supposed to be really technically built around him. So we'll see. We're working with him and his mix and his chemistry with Kawhi. Is that going to make Kawhi maybe stay there for the long haul and not go to LA? Or is that, you know what I'm saying? It's just a stopping pass, and let's see how far they can take it this year.
That's true.
That's what's going to happen for me. But for the rest of the teams in the division, yeah, New York got a little better. I saw the little summer league with the Collins cat. They drafted, and he looked pretty good during the summer league or whatnot. They might got a good pick with them. Brooklyn, I don't know what they really doing right now. As far as you do the trade to get Dwight, then you cut him, so you making cap space. But how? You know what I'm saying? Do you think a free agent want to go to Brooklyn even if they got the cap space?
They come for the name because it's Brooklyn. Other than that, ain't nobody coming to Brooklyn or nobody coming to New York. New York gonna finish probably fourth. Brooklyn gonna finish last again because Brooklyn is stupid for trading Dwight. Plain and simple. We've been on the Atlantic Division for too long. Now let's move to the Central because I think when we breaking down who gonna win the East, we gonna come back to this Atlantic though.
Okay.
So let's move to the Central. We got Cleveland, Indiana, Milwaukee, Detroit, and Chicago. Off the dribble, I'm thinking for the Central Division, it's Milwaukee, hands down. I don't really care who the number 2 team is because you see these teams right here, they won't be number 2 team. And I'm a Pistons fan. It's not going to happen. Number 1 team is Milwaukee. Maybe Indiana probably finished 2 because they got Victor and they be playing good. But far as Cleveland, I think they don't make the playoffs. Detroit, I think they win 30 games. I'm going to come back to them guys, though. And Chicago, they just got Jabari Parker. So they may win 35 games, tops. So what did you feel about the Central Division?
The Central Division pretty mixed, man, for me. Cleveland, you really just don't know what they got. Yes, it's the same team. They bring it back minus LeBron. So you get the familiarity with the team and them knowing how to play with each other. Adding a general and Sexton and giving Love the deal, making sure that he's probably going to be your perennial force. You know, he's your star that you going to have to carry the team. I don't know how too much what they're going to do, man. They still up in the air. They probably around a 30-40 win team, though, still, because they still got a lot of talent on that team. I mean, come on, 4 straight finals. You got some talent. Indiana, that's my surprise. I think Indiana might really win this division because Milwaukee. No, win is as far as the Central Division. Okay. Because Milwaukee. Ooh. Oh, no, I ain't going to go that far. I ain't going to go that far. I ain't going to say Indiana. No, I ain't saying Indiana ain't got that kind of talent. They ain't got that talent. But they actually did take that Cleveland team with LeBron to 7 games. They actually gave them more trouble, in my opinion, than Boston did in the Eastern Conference Finals. They gave them more trouble
than any other team.
Any other team, you know what I'm saying, in the East, Indiana. So, to me, Indiana is going to be my really sleeper pick for this division because Milwaukee keeps letting people down. Milwaukee, honestly, for the last 3 years, has been picked to do some damage in the East,
And
and they've been falling short. And losing Jabari Parker to me don't make them better. Adding the rookie that they got from Villanova, yeah, he had a nice little pick or whatnot. And who else did they get somebody else in this offseason?
Milwaukee.
I don't know too much action they
Ooh,
made this
they got
offseason as far as free agents.
they lost Jabari Parker.
I know they losing Jabari Parker and
Jabari.
the rookies that they added, but you really expecting Giannis to even take a more step that they did than last year. And last
They
year
got
he was
Brook
nothing
Lopez.
but like
They got Brook Lopez, but I don't think he gonna shoot the three. So I ain't gonna talk about that clown right there.
you know, you got a big that want to be a two guard. So
I ain't
I
talking
don't
about
know
him.
too much about Milwaukee though. And even if you looking at last year's standards, they was seventh and Indiana was fifth. So I can't see them Indiana dropping under them and Milwaukee leapfrogging them. I can't see that. Detroit, a whole year with Blake. I'm thinking really seeing good things though, man. Having our own type of twin towers in the East. Nobody in the East could really have a backcourt like that we have. Putting Blake and Drummond together. It's just about front court. I'm sorry, front court that we have.
We got no backcourt.
The front court is our problem right there. The front court is what our problem is right now. It's about, do we have a general in Reggie? And if Reggie can have somewhat of a career year, we can actually we won 30 something games the last few years. I can see us taking that jump at least 10 more extra wins by having Blake. 10 to 15 from the beginning of the season instead of midway in the season to what we won last year. 30. Wait, we won 39 last year. I can see us winning 49 to almost close to 50 this year.
I see them guys winning 35 games this year.
Nah, I can't see them taking a step
35.
back with a whole season with Blake. In Chicago, for me, they haven't made any significant moves enough to be even a factor, even considered in this.
So what team are you knocking out then? If you're going to put Detroit, what team are you knocking out? You see the teams right here. What team are you knocking out?
I honestly feel Detroit is better than Cleveland though right now. And Cleveland won 50 wins last year. Cleveland is coming back to that 34 to 36 range.
So you think you're going to have a better record than New York, Brooklyn, Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte, and Chicago?
Miami leadership. Now, if we go down to the next division and we go to that Southeast.
No. I got a special thing for them Pistons, so we can't skip it.
Are you still want to keep it Pistons?
I got something to say about them Pistons.
Let's go keep it Pistons.
I've been wanting to get this off my chest for a while. I'm a diehard Piston fan. I've been rocking hard with the Pistons since maybe 2000. When they started going to the conference championships. When they got Chauncey, then they got ripped, then they got Chauncey.
That's right.
In 2003, they're supposed to draft Carmelo Anthony. And they drafted Darko. Joe Dumars has to be the worst GM ever in basketball.
That
can't draft. He blew this team up for being a team that can make noise every year to be a team that gets the 10th pick in the draft. That's terrible. If you're going to lose, get the first pick. Don't try to make the goddamn playoffs. Then you can't make it and you got a crazy draft pick because you can't draft to find a hidden gem. But this season for my Pistons, this season coming up, I see 35 games. They got the wrong coach, the wrong GM. They got a center who ain't that good. You got a gimp power forward. Stanley Johnson has greatly underperformed. Luke Kennard didn't do nothing last year, even though he was a rookie. I'm going to give him a pass, but then he played 4 years in college.
Yeah.
He played 4 years.
Yeah.
And you got Reggie Jackson, a.k.a. $80 million, who should be paid $20 million because he's terrible. No bench. Only bench person you had last year was Tolliver. He gone. The only thing he did was shoot the three. But going back to the starters, they got an old Blake Griffin. He's going to put up numbers from time to time. But other than that, it's not a factor. He's not going out there getting you 40 and 20, maybe 8 assists. Them days are long gone. He got no hops in them legs. Drummond will never, ever be a back-to-the-basket player. It's only putbacks and alley-oops, block shots, rebounds. That's it. No offense. Never will be a consistent free throw shooter. And this is the guys that they want to put together and say, let's make some noise with this new coach, Dwayne Casey, who was the coach of the year of Toronto, who lost 10 straight times to one team 3 straight years. And this guy's going to be your coach. I can't accept that. I can't. He gets fired from the best team and goes to a team who didn't make the playoffs. And he's supposed to have success here when he had better players on this team. You can't tell me he's gonna have a better year in Detroit than what he did in Toronto last year. So it's the wrong coach. They have no cap money to sign nobody. Everybody's stuck in long deals. They don't want to trade. It's going to stay like this until they blow that team up again. My personal opinion about the Detroit Pistons. I have the hat on and I have the jersey on. I'm a Pistons fan. I'm telling you how it is, 100%. It's going to be trash, and I'm still going to be at the game supporting them. Still going to be at the Piston game supporting them. You got anything
Are
to
you
say?
ready? I mean, are you okay now?
I'm not.
I mean, you just vented right there.
I had to.
I mean, you just vented like to your core.
I did.
But and it was mostly all wrong though. But I can't believe that you even vented that hard and said something like that. You do got the cuz. I'm gonna tell you the real truth about the Pistons.
Tell me the real truth.
The Pistons do got the coach of the year.
It's terrible.
Dwayne Casey is gonna make a difference. He practiced ball movement. Something that Stan Van wasn't really doing too much, man. He ain't had the ball swinging enough. And with Dwayne Casey offense, they're gonna move the ball and they're gonna be able to do what they need to be doing to win ball games. Now, everything you said about Drummond might be true. He don't have a back to the basket move yet, and he's not capable of doing some of the stuff that you will want these centers to do nowadays. But to be having that old traditional threat and how he is, and he's going to be able to dominate the paint now. I think with Blake Griffin, because Blake going to be at the 3-point line or toward the middle of the court and letting him get more space. And if you do double, you're going to be having them shooters all the time to be able to kick out to. If they won 39 games last year, I don't see them dropping off. And that's with no point guard most of the year because Ish Smith was your main point guard for half the season. And Ish Smith is a backup point guard at best in this NBA.
And he can't shoot the three.
And he can't shoot. A point guard who you didn't respect the jumper. So they kept everything bunched up and made it hard to work for Dre down there in the post because they didn't expect the jump shot from him. With Reggie Jackson, if he stays healthy, you can expect a cat that can actually hit the three and can be able to take it to the paint to take his man off the dribble. A little bit more respect in the NBA with him compared to, Ish Smith being your general, your floor general, trying to run your system. If we got a healthy Reggie Jackson and Stanley Johnson do that make the progression as he has been getting better each year. Maybe it has not been the jump as most cats. He's not an all-star yet, no, for being such a high draft pick, but he has been doing the things that he need to be doing for Detroit to actually try to get better. He has been getting the jump shot. He has been taking it to the hole a whole lot stronger and finishing a lot better. I just think one more year is just one more him progressing, getting better. The starting five to me is pretty straight. I mean, you can match them up with anybody in the whole East to me, and they can go right there with them. You do know that Detroit did have some good wins last year, beating the Warriors and other top teams that was in the West. So they can put a game together that can compete with anybody. So for them to win 39 wins last year without a point guard and without Blake Griffin for half the season, I don't see why they can't win at least 10 more wins until that, to at least 49 to 50 come this year and become a playoff team. And when they get to the playoffs, who knows what's going to happen?
They're going to get swept. If they make it to the playoffs, they're not getting out the first round. They may not get swept, but they're not getting out the first round.
I can see them getting out the first round depending on who they run into.
All right, let's knock out this Southwest division because that we talk about them Pistons. It'll be 2-hour video. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Well, we got in the Southwest Division, we got Miami, Washington, Charlotte, Orlando, and Atlanta. I'm gonna say Washington, even though Miami won it last.
I don't know if they're gonna have D-Wade.
But D-Wade is still old, so you don't know what you're gonna get some leadership and some crucial buckets at crucial times, but you know what you're gonna get from that guy. But Washington, with them getting Dwight Howard, if he can go back to at least 10 and 12, couple
Well, he did
blocks.
16 and 12 last year.
If he give him 18 and 12, because John will spoon feed him better than Kimba would.
Okay.
Because Kimba want to get his more, I think, than John. I think John was more reluctant to letting that lob go because Gorton got a lot of easy buckets last year. So
Yeah,
you got to
and
think
you're replacing Gortar with
Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard.
And I
So
think it'll be
that's a
better.
big upgrade if you ask me.
With
Yeah.
Marcus Morris, the key for them is Otto Porter gonna earn that $100 million contract. Is Kelly Oubre gonna play better next year?
Playing the clutch.
Is Washington bench gonna get better next year? That's what scares me from picking Washington over majority of these teams because I feel like John Wall is knocking on that door as the best point guard in the East. That's just my opinion. I think really high of John Wall.
Whoa.
I think real high of John Wall.
Whoa.
I remember watching this guy in college in Kentucky. He was special. I saw special written all over his face.
Man.
I seen him in college. I watched this guy. Yes, I'm an old head. I watched him. He about 8 years in now. But what I'm saying is that Washington played pretty good last year. They didn't got the
But they
first round.
played their best basketball when John Wall wasn't playing.
It was the eighth seed. Oh, Jesus Christ. It was the eighth seed. They played Toronto.
And lost in the first round.
It went on, what, 6 or 7?
I think it was 5.
5?
5
I
or
think
6.
John got 2 games from him.
No, yeah. Was it 2? I think
John
they got
got
2.
2.
They got 2. They got 2. They got 2.
I think John got 2
He
from
got
them
2.
boys.
He got them 2. And I don't even think, I think Bill got him 1 of them.
So they played pretty good last year, but Charlotte, Orlando, Atlanta, I have no faith for them. They shouldn't be in the East because they trash. They have no talent, and I don't think they're going to make any more noise. They still a couple years away off the. I think that's between Washington and Miami. I'm a betting mess. I'm going to put all my money on Washington to win that division, though.
I got Washington winning that division too, though. They better in that division than Miami. I don't know what Miami gonna be sending out there right now. Washington they got a little trio going on right now, if you want to say that, but it's just about the chemistry for me. John Wall and Bradley Beal were supposed to be the best backcourt in the East for the last couple of years, and to me, they haven't even pulled up. They haven't showed up or been that duo yet. So I don't know how much faith to have with them. I mean, the only comparison,
second best.
that's what I was about to say. The only comparison you could put them to is Toronto when they had Kyle Lowry and DeRozan as far as your backcourt, as far as point guard, 2 guard.
Yeah.
But other than that, Washington was supposed to be the next deal. They were supposed to be the next threat to challenge LeBron, and they never fulfilled that to their own little standard, or whatever. So for me, I don't know how much faith to put in them. I mean, they should get better, hypothetically speaking, adding Dwight to that team, but I don't know how much he is. And Miami losing maybe more likely the way. I don't know. Charlotte, the contract dispute they got with Kimba, they trying to been trading them for forever. Don't know what team gonna jump on it. Actually, don't want to pay him, so I don't know. Orlando. I mean, that's gonna be a toss-up team, though. Can Aaron Gordon take that next step? Actually, be a all-star in the East come next year? Because the East ain't too hard. Really, East is actually strapped for all-stars, so they looking for him. Can Aaron Gordon be that guy? And as far as with Atlanta, it's about can Trae Young lead the team not? You know what I'm saying? And what he showed in the summer league is going to be tough for him. It's going to be tough sledding every night. So I really don't know. To me, I think it's Washington by default, really, for this division. And they could probably be that team that I still only see them probably about a 7th, 8th seed as they was last year come next year. You know what I'm saying? I don't see too much improvement, even with Dwight, because, Dwight haven't been that team guy yet. You know what I'm saying? For the last few stops, the locker room don't like the guy. So
that's what they say, but we never seen.
What's the chemistry going to be next year
come
for
out and say that they didn't like Dwight. That's what rumors was. So I'm not gonna take that until I see a teammate or two come on and blast it for not being that good. So we both in agreement on Washington for the Southwest. So we gonna come back to the East and tell you who's gonna win the East in our prediction. Now just slide to this Western Conference. We got the Northwest Division. We got Portland, OKC, Utah, Minnesota, and Denver. In my opinion, this is the best conference in the West from top to bottom. Because I think all five of these teams can make the playoffs,
Mm.
which I don't think is going to happen. But you got five good teams. Portland made it, OKC made it, Utah made it, and Minnesota made it. Denver missed it by one
One
game.
game. One game.
And Denver got better to me this year.
Way better adding IT.
So, IT and Michael Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let's do this conference a little quicker. Let's talk
oh,
together in this
we
one.
got to talk together because it is going a little long, though. You got Portland, OKC, Utah, Minnesota, Denver. This is tough one, man. This is real tough.
It's really tough to pick out who's going to win this division right now because you got to like every team, and every team probably going to get a little bit significantly better. So to pick it out, I don't see Portland. I think Portland take a little step back to the pack right now, man. You got to say probably by on paper, it might be OKC. You want to say that with a because Utah is right there and actually finished with the same
Well,
record.
Utah beat
And
them in
Utah
the
took them
playoffs
out
last
in the
year.
playoffs. So, but do you feel can Utah do that for a whole season again? Adding only really Grayson Allen. I don't know. How big of a step is, you know what I'm saying? What's the rookie? Donovan Mitchell gonna take?
He got to play
I don't know.
all-star level for them
All-star level.
to know to make some noise in
And
that
won't make
West.
the all-star team.
He got to play at an all-star level. But my money, though, is going to be on OKC. I'm going to pick OKC to win this conference because they got Russ, which I think
They got the best player in the conference.
Ooh, best player? I think, damn, this is a hard thing. I think Russ the best point guard in the West, but I don't think he better than Steph. So I'm contradicting
You
myself.
can't say he's the best point guard.
That's what I'm
then.
saying. Like, I think Russ is that good, but I don't think he better than Steph though as a point guard. As a scorer, it's tough because Russ can get his anyway,
Yeah.
but Steph can get his.
Steph's just a little bit more athletic, and that's about it. You know what I'm saying? The rebounds and everything, Steph can get it, but he don't have to. That's not his job to get them. Russ make it his job. It's not really technically his job. He make it his job to get them triple doubles. The passing, Steph has been an 8-9 passer, you know, assist guy in this league. You know what I'm saying before. So maybe he's not going for the 10 because he's more of a scoring point guard too as well. But if you want to take just pure scoring, Steph is here and Russ is down here to me. Prior pure score.
So we both agreeing that we picking up. We both agreeing we picking OKC to win that division.
Yeah, OKC still will win that division to me, though, man. It's tough, but yeah, they still win it. This next is the Pacific.
The Pacific, we got Golden State, 2-time champ, 2 straight. Clippers, Lakers, Sacramento, and Phoenix. Golden State, hands down, winning this conference.
Of course.
The number 2,
the Lakers. Adam LeBron is going to put the Lakers number 2, if not number 2 in the West.
Number 2 seed,
2 to 3.
Ooh,
yeah. Wait. I don't see Houston. When we get to Houston, but I don't see Houston having the magical run that they had last year.
I see the Lakers getting 5th, 6th, 7th seed.
I don't see a LeBron James team finishing that low.
LeBron's about to play 82 games. Give him 40 a game for them.
I see him playing 78 games and them still doing that.
But the sleeper, I think, in this division is going to be Phoenix. They might make a push. They won 21 games last year. They might end up winning 38 games next year because they got DeAndre Ayton. And I think Devin Booker is going to go higher. And I think Josh Jackson is going to go to a level higher. Mm-hmm. And they get one of them big fellas. They either get a Bender or Chris. They think one of them two big fellas to play at a decent level. They still got Warren though.
Yeah, they got
TJ
that.
Warren,
Yeah,
he's
the
pretty
TJ
good.
Warren
If he
guy.
step his game up too, they may can win 40 games. I don't think they're a playoff team yet. I think they're maybe a year or two away or a big free agent signing away from them doing something. Sacramento, I
Remember,
think
they
that's
also
still a
added Trevor
doghouse.
Ariza too.
Ooh, that's Trevor Reed. They
They're
might
gonna be a
barely,
little bit
they
better
might barely
defensively.
miss. They might barely
They're
miss
gonna be
it.
better defensively.
But I think the Lakers, I'm sorry, the Clippers and Sacramento have no
This
chance
division
at
right
all.
now. To me, the Clippers, your best player is Tobias Harris, and believe me, we know all about it. But
We know all
Tobias
about
Harris.
Tobias. He
So
believed in this guy.
I did too for a minute. I believed in that guy. So
I
we
didn't.
all know about Tobias Harris and Sacramento. I don't know, man. They got a lot of young talent,
A
man.
lot of
They
young
just
talent.
they just young. So I think they youth alone and their inexperience is just once they grow and they can if they get better and they can keep them
Mhm.
because the prices inflate once you get better. So I don't know what will happen. You know what I'm saying? But Buddy Hield and adding a couple of guys that the couple of rookies, getting Marvin Bagley. Put him next to the
They did get Marvin
They
Bagley.
did get Marvin
I
Bagley.
like Bagley.
Put
I
him
like
next
the
to the
Bagley.
other big from Kentucky. What was that?
That's Willie Cauley
Willie
Stein.
Cauley Stein. Yeah, they're gonna have a nice little big group down there.
De'Aaron Fox.
De'Aaron Fox is your point
Buddy
guard,
Hield.
Buddy. I just don't know who the general on that team, though, man.
Because Fox is more of a scoring point guard.
You know what I'm saying? Who's your general? Who's your
I don't think that.
Who's the guy? Who the guy the locker room listen to? Who's your vet? I don't know.
I think Zach Randolph's still over there. He might be the
Yes,
vet.
Zach just went over there, so he's the power, but he's gonna be on the bench though, man.
So we both agree that Golden State gonna win this hands down. Everybody know they're gonna win their hands down. I'm telling you,
It froze up. Okay, there we go.
you got the Southwest. You got Houston, New Orleans, San Antonio, Dallas, and Memphis. I can tell you right now, Memphis ain't gonna compete for nothing at all.
You see Memphis being the worst team in the whole Western
I
Conference?
think Memphis might be the worst team in basketball.
Ooh, don't go that far.
Man, they got Jaren Jackson Jr. They took this guy. We seen this guy because
We watched this guy. We big Michigan State fans.
We watched this guy play. And what do he get? 5 fouls every game. He was guaranteed 5
He
fouls.
guarantee you 4. He
may
ain't
give
get
you
the
4
5 get
blocks.
you out the game, but
He may give you 4 blocks to 10 boards, but he's giving you 5 fouls. I can't trust that guy. And he fouled out a couple of summer league games.
he already fouled out summer league games.
Fouled out summer league games.
Oh, ain't a good sign already. He a fouler though, man. They try to praise him for his defense, but it ain't defense if you foul.
No, I don't even think he can foul out summer league games. I think he picked up about 6
And
fouls in the summer league game. He was getting 5 or 6 a game.
Ooh,
There's something about him. He got happy feet down in that paint.
ooh.
Something like that.
You know.
Houston, I think Houston's winning this conference.
It's still the class of the conference though, but I don't know. You got 2 up and coming teams right there behind them with New Orleans and San Antonio.
I don't trust
San
New Orleans.
Antonio is going to be the biggest mystery team as far as really for the whole conference.
Yep. You don't know what the Rose
Because you don't know how much they won 47 games last year without a prominent star other than LA. You know what I'm saying? So you add DeRozan to the mix. DeRozan good for what? 5, 6, 7, 8 games. 8 games give you 55 wins.
Yeah. I'll give you that.
So 55 puts you somewhere apart 4th, 3 in the West now.
And they pick up that rookie Lonnie Walker.
He
Good.
looked pretty
I
good
never
in summer
really seen
league.
him play in college, but he said he was pretty good. So
Looked
we'll
pretty
see.
good in a couple of summer league scrimmages. I caught
We
highlights.
all know about that San Antonio system, so
And with Pop, still got the best coach in the division.
yeah.
So
I think the Orleans take a step back. Losing
if not in the
Rondo
league,
and Boogie. They might. I don't think they're making the playoff. I think the Lakers take their spot as far as the playoff team.
ooh,
I think New Orleans is not going to make it. Unless AD goes 35, 15, 5, 5 a night, they're not doing nothing.
but AD is capable of doing that though, man.
He got
Now,
every
okay,
night.
with LeBron joining the West, where do you put AD at as far as standings now, as far as best player in the West?
Where do I rank AD?
Where you rank AD at?
I would say AD is the fourth best player in the West.
Fourth best
I said
player.
fourth. I will put KD, LeBron, and Russ over him.
Ooh, not Steph.
I'm a James Harden fan, so I might have
Or
to put
not Big Game.
He might be fifth because I'm a big James Harden fan, though, as you can tell. Big fan. He may be fifth, but honestly, though, he could be three.
Mm. It's pretty tough.
I gotta put
I
Kevin
don't know.
Durant because I think Durant that guy.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna put LeBron just because it's LeBron.
it's
And I'm
LeBron.
not even gonna try to be hated. I'm gonna give LeBron over AD right now.
Mm-hmm.
Over what I saw last year.
So he's gonna be regardless of what he still is. LeBron and Kevin Durant, KD, 1 and 2. So I don't know. I think he's 3. I had to put him probably over the other 3. You know, the other 2, well, other 3 are technically point guards.
But look, hold on. Let me give you what the media be saying. Both of those guys are in league MVP. They gotta be better.
I
That's
don't
what
know.
the media say on TV, right?
They say they league MVPs,
They
but
league
I don't mean
MVPs.
nothing. Yes, Russ is a league MVP. Yes, Steph is a league MVP.
James Harden's league
James
MVP.
Harden now. All 3 of them guys are point guards, really, though. And
Kevin
they are.
Durant's a league MVP. LeBron James is a
Yeah,
league
they
MVP.
are league MVPs. That's what. Now, if you want to say those 4 guys, yeah, them league MVPs ahead of him. But if you're talking about just talent alone, he's the 3rd best player in the conference.
Yeah. But I still like Russ. I like Russ more than I like James Harden over him.
For me, AD led a team by himself already to the playoffs. Russ haven't did that. Harden has done that. So Harden is that guy that's like, oh, is he right there as being with him? As far as considered with AD, because he has led a team by himself to the playoffs. And Steph obviously haven't did that yet either. So just on that alone, he's the 3rd best player
Okay.
in the conference.
I can settle for that.
I mean, Harden's like right there as far as being league MVP and leading the team without another legitimate superstar or another star to the playoffs and getting pretty deep too by itself.
All right, so we both in agreement that we got Houston to win that conference.
Yep.
Now, I want you to go first. Give me your team that's going to come out the West. Give me your 2 teams that's going to play for the Western Conference Finals. Who's going to win and why?
Rematch from last year. Houston and Golden State.
Okay.
Same result from last year. I think even faster though this year. Probably around 5 or 6 though. Houston, even though they are better, Houston, even though they are the 2nd best team in the West, adding Melo is going to be an up step. It's going to be a big, that's another threat offensively. Defensively, don't help him at all. He is a better defender than what people think. Because like they said, last year OKC had like the 6th best, the team defensive wise. You know what I'm saying? And that's a team starting him. So if they was the 6th best team in defense, and he was one of the starters, he's obviously a pretty good defender. They ain't do it despite of him.
He wasn't terrible.
You know what I'm saying? He wasn't terrible. So the same thing with James Harden. Houston was pretty high. And he ain't like he wasn't. It was 2.
Yeah,
so that's the narrative with James Harden. He don't play no defense, but that was in the past. But obviously, if they was 2, he played some. You know what I'm saying? He was a factor somewhere out there.
See, the narrative on all basketball players, if you're not an elite defender,
you don't play no defense.
You're not a good defender. You're not a good defender at all.
For me, I got a rematch last year. I think, like I said, it'd be done in about 5 and 6 though. We go to State by that time. They're going to be really familiar with Boogie. That's just too much, man. That's just too much for any team to handle, even them. You know what I'm saying? I understand Houston did re-sign, Capella back. You know what I'm saying? So he might be happy for next year. Mm-hmm. But you losing that defense with Trevor and that timely scoring with Trevor. Balamute, I didn't see too many games with him, so I don't know how much of a factor he really was. And plus, he didn't even play in the playoff stretch So I don't even know how much.
Trash. That's why he didn't play.
That's why he played trash. So he didn't even play in a playoff stretch. So I really don't matter how. I don't really know how much of a factor he was, even though the media try to make it seem like he was a real big factor. I don't know too much. I didn't see nothing really different from Houston, but I think the same thing from last year. I think this won't be as tough.
All right, my thing. I got Golden State versus Houston. And almost the same thing. I think their biggest factor is losing Trevor Ariza. I think he was that glue guy, a team captain, a leader in the locker room, can play good defense on you and hit that three for you in the corner. Carmelo is my guy. I've been rocking with Carmelo since 2003.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to give you better offense. I think they'll score more points, but I think their defense will probably be the same. But I think Golden State will be better because I think they'll get off better offensively because I think they're lacking their defensive players. And Houston didn't really bring anybody in special but Carmelo, but they didn't bring anybody else in. And last year they ran, 7 deep?
They were 8 deep in the playoffs.
I think they
most
brought
of the
Gerald
season
Green back.
Yeah, they brought Gerald Green back. They brought Gerald Green back.
But see, Gerald Green will have to play at that same level. Click the pillar at the same
playoff
level.
Gerald Green. That's what you need. You need playoff Gerald Green.
All season. And you got to think, home court didn't mean nothing last year.
Not a thing.
I don't want to hear nothing about Chris Paul being hurt because Andre Iguodala didn't play at the game 2. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't want to hear nothing about, if he had played them last 2 games, they would have won. They should have won the games because one of them was at home.
One of them was at home, and Harden was supposed to be the MVP.
He was the MVP. You got to take me home. You got to take me home.
You got 2 games with the MVP to win.
Take me home.
You know what I'm saying? You got to like your odds. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get that done, you can't blame the fact that the guy that they brought in wasn't in there. You know what I'm saying? Yes, even though the games they won, Chris Paul was the reason why they won them games, not James Harden.
That's the game 4.
Chris Paul was the reason why they won them games, not James Harden. And that's why probably they might would have won the series, though. Ponder this thought. Would they won the series if James Harden went out and Chris Paul stayed healthy?
I would say hell no. They both go hand in hand because you just double team Chris Paul. And you take a James Harden.
Chris Paul was playing like a little boy though during that series.
Look, that's the big chunk of your offense, and that's the guy that don't get you into the bonus early in the quarters. Because in the first half, second half, come you don't get the whistle.
They swallowed the whistles in the playoffs, though, man. They let them play. They let them play football out there. Now let's get right.
So we both got Golden State winning in the West.
Yep.
I'll just slide over to the East.
Okay.
The East is tough. I got it between Boston, Philly, and Milwaukee. Those are my 3 teams to win the East. But I'm going Boston. Kyrie Irving, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Morris Twin. They got the rookie, the Williams cat out of Texas A&M. They said he was a stud. Terry Rozier.
Boston is too deep, man. Boston,
they deep.
I'm Boston with them too, though. So we gotta remake this fat. I'm Boston too with them. But I told you, instead of having Philly or somebody, or like he said, Milwaukee, that
Gordon Hayward. I didn't even say him. Gordon Hayward.
I got said, it's Boston, Toronto, and Boston probably getting in about 6, maybe. I got Kawhi giving them 2 games. You know what I'm saying? I got Boston probably getting it in 6.
Hold on. We both agree, right? We both agree that it's gonna be Boston, right? Let's just slide back 1 second.
Okay.
I'm saying Philly. You saying Toronto.
Yeah.
I'm thinking if those 2 was to match up, Philly will crack them every time. Philly will beat Toronto.
I don't think so.
Because if you got to think about it, you say Kawhi Leonard, all right, go lock down Ben Simmons, right?
Yeah.
That's what you probably gonna say, right?
Probably won't even need to say that though,
got
man.
Embiid, and they got the big foreigner, Valanciunas, against Embiid. Embiid gonna school that guy.
Not necessarily. That how you disrespecting Valanciunas,
I'm not disrespecting him. Embiid is special. He's special.
I'm not. I got that. What's that? I got Ibaka out there.
Ibaka, you know how I feel about Serge Ibaka.
I got that. What's the other cat name? And that long cat. I'm gonna put him on Ben Simmons.
OG. and the windy,
Yeah,
something like
I'm gonna
that.
put that long cat on Ben Simmons. I'm not even gonna put Kawhi. Actually, I'm gonna have Kawhi floating, playing Covington or somebody. If not, probably even not chasing JJ Redick around, so he won't be no
Did
threat
they
off the
bring
three.
Reddick back? Did they
They
bring him
brought
back?
Redick back. They
Okay.
brought Redick back.
Okay.
So I'm gonna watch out for him. I'm not gonna waste him on them other two. Okay, for one, Big Simmons bigger, and he's not gonna take the jumper. So why worried about him? I'm gonna put somebody long on him to make sure that he won't. You know what I'm saying?
He's
That
strong though.
strong.
He's strong
But
getting the paint.
Ben Simmons gonna have to improve leaps and bounds. You gotta say Boston exposed him.
Quick question: do you think Simmons is going to develop somewhat of a jump shot this year?
We won't know if he don't take it.
What do you feel? You think he's going to take a jump shot or two a
He's
game?
gonna have to, because I think the dog that some people that can't like how they jumped on Lonzo, and you know what I'm saying, as far as being that point guard that couldn't shoot or something like that, and that dog defense they put on him. If they put that same effort on Ben Simmons, I don't know what he's going to do, man. I really don't know. If you back up and do not let him drive, what he's going to feel comfortable at taking that shot, and he's going to shoot it with confidence. I don't know
think
that
so.
yet.
I don't
know. I don't think he's going to do that next year. Now, will he get that in his career? Yes. LeBron built the jump shot in his career.
It took him 15 years,
but he at least took the shot, though. You know what I'm saying? He took the shot at the beginning of his career,
He did.
Ben Simmons refused to take the shot. Like you said, your biggest thing, at least Lonzo took the shot.
He took it.
Ben Simmons won't even take the shot. So I don't know. I can't just say Ben Simmons is going to be that guy. Will he going to be that guy? I can't even say he's an all-star next year. He ain't make the all-star in his rookie years. I don't know.
I think Ben Simmons would be a better player. He may be able to step
especially
out the paint
that
a little
point
bit.
guard, though, man. Because
I don't think he should play point guard. I think they should move him back to power forward. Let Markelle Fultz come in and play point guard, and let Ben Simmons be that point forward. We don't need him chasing that ball every time. Put Markelle Fultz out there. I don't want to see TJ McDonald out there.
You draft the guy number 1 overall pick, a point guard, when you already had a point guard you draft from the last draft. So I don't know what Philly thought. I don't know what Philly trying to do. If you wanted to do anything, you had a point guard, you already presumed that if Ben Simmons, you drafted him to hold that ball, to be your general. Mm-hmm. So in that draft, instead of getting Markelle Fultz, man, you should have brought in that Tatum. You could have brought in a 2 guard or a 3. That's what you should have been bringing in, not another point guard. Even though he probably was consensus number 1 pick. Yeah. I don't care. You don't bring that guy in if he don't fit the plan. And for right now, Markelle Fultz don't fit the plan.
Don't fit the plan. I bet they take it back. They take Jason Tatum.
And that's why I don't have any confidence in Philly right now, man. I don't know. They bench, and I don't know what train of thought they doing. They got Sarge. Sarge been out there on trade talks for so much. Folks was out there on trade talk. Covington was out there. I don't know how these Philly players going to feel when they come back next year to Philly, knowing this last pass-off season, they could have been gone in a heartbeat to get Kawhi Leonard. I don't know.
That's true. That's 100% true.
I don't know.
But I
Give
think,
me Toronto.
But I think all them young guys are going to take another step up, and I think they'll be better than Toronto because I think the chemistry is broken, and you got a new coach there. I don't know who their coach is. I don't know how the coach.
I think they got a young guy. I don't know. They got a young guy.
That's why I think it's going to be Philly over them. But that's still irrelevant because either one of them is going to win.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Neither one is going to have to out the East, so we ain't got to worry
about it. It's just talk to see debate.
So your closing thoughts. What you got to say about the state of the NBA this year?
What closing thoughts is going by what we just said. Obviously, like most people and probably y'all who's watching this, going to think that it's going to be Boston and on the Warriors in the finals, and the Warriors win it again to make it a 3-peat.
5. Got Warriors in 5.
Got them in.
Brad Stevens to give you.
I actually got it 7. Got it 7. Because Boston's deep, man. Boston is really deep. They're actually deeper than Golden State. Golden State just got the better pieces.
They more experienced.
They're more experienced, and they just got the better pieces. The actual deeper team is Boston. Boston has the deepest team in the NBA, bar none. Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go top 1 through 10 down, it's Boston. all day.
All day, every day.
You know what I'm saying? They just don't have. They just got mismatches at certain positions. They still don't have nobody to guard KD.
Nope.
They won't have nothing to do. Even though what you call it is a good player, what you call it, Al Horford is a good, solid, strong player. He cannot do nothing with Boogie.
Can't do nothing.
Can't do nothing with Boogie.
Nothing.
So we're talking about at any period of time, the Warriors got two cats they can get 2 points from, no matter what, bar none. And that's going to be hard for Boston to stop, even if with Kyrie being able to do whatever he want against Steph. But you got to know, Steph's going to still get his too. But Kyrie going to be able to do whatever he want against him. And when you got Klay Thompson out there, they got a couple of cats to throw at Klay. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see Klay being too much of a factor in this series. They got a couple of young bloods they can throw at him.
Klay only need a crack though.
He only need a crack, but they got a couple of young. When you could throw Marcus Smart at him, you could throw
I think they will play
Jaylen
Marcus
Brown
Smart
at
or
him.
Steph Curry. A big physical point guard to push him around a little bit.
No, Kyrie can do that by himself. Kyrie can guard Steph by himself.
I think they will play Kyrie on Klay Thompson.
No, he's too small for Klay Thompson. 6'6", 6'7".
Klay Thompson don't go in the paint
Kyrie
like
only
that.
6'2", 6'3". I'm not gonna put him on that. I'm gonna put Jaylen Brown. If anybody, I'm gonna put a 6'5", 6'6". Damn, I keep forgetting they got Gordon Hayward. So Gordon Hayward by himself is like 6'7", 6'8", somewhere in there.
Keep forgetting about Gordon Hayward.
Keep forgetting about that guy, man.
Boy,
So
I try to tell you.
I'm saying Boston got a lot of talent,
good.
man. They got a lot of talent. I say 7, man. I got Boston at 7. And my overall feel about this NBA season, it's going to be still a good season. Everybody thinks it's going to be a downer because you know who's going to win the championship. Well, I'm sorry, folks. You always knew who was going to win the NBA championship. It's never really a surprise. It's only been 1 year surprise. These guys. These the only ones that have ever surprised the NBA in the last probably 20, 25 years that actually a team surprised. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. That 11 surprise. That was the only really other surprise that you had in the NBA Finals. Other than that, man, you already know who's going to win that stuff. I'm sorry, you already know who's going to win in football too most of the time. Most of the time. Sometimes you do get that surprise like last year with Philly, but you knew the Patriots was going to be there. Mm-hmm. But, hey, this upcoming basketball season is still going to be exciting to me. I'm still going to catch like he said, I'm going to catch my Pistons games. I'm going to catch the Stars when they come to the city. And I'm going to be overall excited for it.
My thing is, I want to see the storylines. I want to see Kyrie Gordon Hayward come back to chemistry. How the guys in Philly take their step? How do Toronto act with Kawhi Leonard? Is New York going to be better? Is Atlanta going to be better than what they did last year?
Atlanta, to me, is going to be the worst team in the NBA. Just for me to say to y'all. He gave it to Memphis. It's going to be Atlanta by far.
What the young players going to do? What is our Michigan State guys like Miles Bridges and Jared Jackson going to do? What is the other young rookies like Michael Porter who fell in the draft or the Wendell Carter out of
We don't
Duke?
know what that guy.
You
know that guy just coming off back surgery too, though. He had to get that back surgery.
He had to get another back surgery.
So I don't know.
So what's Lakers going to do with LeBron James? Are they going to trade one of their young pieces around the trade line? Nah, they get another piece.
And I hope they don't.
What is the Lakers going to do? Is Phoenix going to be better? I want to see all these games and how all these storylines unfold. But at the end of the day, everybody know that's watching this video. You watch videos on YouTube. The media is going to pump everything up for 5 teams maybe. That's all they're going to talk about.
Yeah.
That's all you're going to get no matter what. Everybody's talking about how they hate super teams, but they always trying to build a super team over here. Then they're going to say, oh, all these guys came together. We're gonna critique him. But we can't critique him because he's that guy right here.
We're gonna have another talk, though, man, Mark. We're gonna have another talk about
man. It's crazy, man.
About building a team. You know what I'm saying? How people feel about is it okay for the players to do it or the GMs to do it? We're gonna have another little discussion about that because that needs to be said. A lot of people got a lot of different thoughts about how a team should be made. Is it okay that the GMs and the coaches put these teams together where players actually want to play with people they know? You know what I'm saying? And
play in a good environment.
So we're going to have a conversation about that. We should.
Yeah, but the overall, I just want to see all these guys play. I don't want to see the bias. Come together, have a great NBA season, a lot of buckets, me going to a lot of games, and seeing a lot of L's from my beloved.
A lot of wins.
My beloved Pistons.
A lot of wins.
gonna see a few games I haven't seen before. If y'all don't know, when he went to one game last year, went to the Lakers game last year.
Yeah.
But there's a few guys I want to see that's coming up, like Minnesota. I want to see this new Boston team. I seen the old Boston team with the big three.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good game though. That was a good
It
game.
was a good game.
I want to see the Golden State team. I want to see this new Lakers team. It's a lot of teams I really want to see, and I just hope we have a great season. No major injuries. We don't have no teams that's going out early that had high expectations,
Mm-hmm.
and just have a great basketball season.
Okay.
So,
So,
go ahead. You got anything else to say?
no, I said my piece though, man. Like I said, man, I pretty much support everything you said. Though. I just want to see these next up and coming people come up and take over the league. I really want to see LeBron in LA. You know what I'm saying? For anybody who don't know, most of y'all probably don't know. The Lakers are my favorite team. You know, Pistons are my first number one love. Lakers are the second. Been liking them since '91. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going nowhere. Always stuck with them. So I want to see what leaps and bounds they take with LeBron come next year. And my Pistons, like I already told you, I got them both my teams playoff teams. And in my perfect world, they play each other in the finals. But hey,
No, you crazy on that.
we do that. We do that
Crazy.
04 again. You know what I'm saying? In my perfect world, but
Yeah, that's true.
maybe that'll happen one day again. So, but other than that, man, I ain't got too much to say, man. It was a pleasure talking. Being here on 313 Sports Talk, and looking forward to doing it again.
All right. This is 313 Sports Talk featuring main event for our predictions of the 2018/19 NBA season. We holla at y'all.
See you later.